Wagwan family, welcome back to another episode of Montego Baby's Jamaican Cuisine. Today is gonna be a two-part series. What we are gonna do is we are gonna do some fried chicken, and then on top of that, we are gonna do some stew chicken as well. So the same fried chicken, we are gonna use it to make stew chicken. So it's basically two different styles that you can use this particular fried chicken where we are gonna make some of the best fried chicken you ever had, Jamaican style. So glad you're here with me again. Sorry it's taken so long, but trust me, it's gonna be well worth it. One love. Alright, so what we have here, family, is everything we are gonna need to make with marinade, okay? So we have about 3 cups of water here. We're gonna use 4 teaspoons of sea salt. We have the cayenne pepper. We're gonna use probably about 1 teaspoon of that. And the onion powder, we're gonna use 2 teaspoons of onion powder, or 3 teaspoons of onion powder, sorry. On the garlic powder, we are going to use 2 teaspoons. On the allspice, we're going to use 2 teaspoons of that. And then on the black pepper, we're going to use 1 teaspoon. And then of course, we're going to use a whole onion. About 3 pieces of scallion here, or green onion as you call it. Thyme, about this amount of thyme. We have 2 bumps of garlic here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put all this in the water. We're gonna blend all that out completely. Make sure it's completely blend. And then this is what we're gonna put over with chicken. And you're gonna let that marinate for about at least 24 hours. Okay? So I went ahead and got most of that stuff done already. So this is the marinade here. This chicken has been marinating for well over 24 hours. So this is kind of how it looks. I mean, if you want to use one whole chicken, you can. Me have about 4 pieces of thigh in there, and about 3 or 4 pieces of leg. Okay, just the leg and thigh parts me use and just deal with it that way. But if you want to use a whole chicken, you can cut up a whole chicken same way and do it just like that. Alright, so this is how it looks after you pour everything on it. And like me say, you just cover this up, put it in your fridge, let it marinate for about 24 hours. And then come the next day, all that juices, all them spices, everything will soak up in that, and that we are going to use to make a fried chicken. Okay, so since everything already blended, me get all the hard work out the way here, so we can make this quick and spicy. We're gonna move it over to the stove. Gonna get with oil hot, gonna get with flour ready, and then we are gonna start dropping. Okay, all right, so check back with me. All right, so we made our way over to the stove here, family. We have a nice size pot here. Fill that up with oil. Make sure you put enough oil so when you put the chicken in, it submerges, okay? It covers the chicken completely. That's kind of the best, so you don't have to worry about flipping and all that. But if you don't have enough oil, try get enough. Normally what we try to do, if you have some good peanut oil, that's the best oil we like to use to fry. If you don't have peanut oil, because it is a little bit expensive, just get a good quality vegetable oil, okay? So we turn up the stove to medium high, so kind of in the middle there, right there. We're gonna get the oil temperature up to about 350 degrees, and then we're gonna go ahead and kind of transition with chicken into the oil, fry it. Probably will run maybe about 15 minutes. We just want to basically get the chicken up to 165 degrees internal temperature, okay? That way you know so everything good to go, safe to eat. All right. So what we have over here, we have with flour. We put about 4 cups of flour in here. We have 3 teaspoons of salt, that same sea salt that we talked about earlier. 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of white pepper, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon onion powder, and half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. All right. So what we're gonna do, just gonna kind of mix this up. Wanna mix this in. Kind of get everything blended in as best as possible. Alright. If you have a whisk, you can also use that as well. But as long as everything blending properly, then you know so you're good to go. Alright. Make sure so you get a big enough bowl. That way when you start putting your chicken and get it well coated, you know if you worry about stuff and splash all over the place. So try utilize a bowl. That's the best way to go. Alright. Okay. Alright, so what we're gonna do, you notice my chicken still submerged in the marinade. So yeah, we're gonna take it out just like that, put it in the flour, get it fully coated. We're not gonna dust it off too much, just a light dust, and then you're gonna put it right in your aisle, okay? So let me show you how it goes. We'll go from here to here, straight to your aisle, alright? Alright, so let's start off. Let me try to get the bigger pieces them first. So the thighs, you know, normally try cook the thighs them first. So you kind of drain that off a little bit, you know, get off some of the excess. Go ahead and fully coat the chicken. So the flour get all in and around this thing here. Fully coated, okay? That's why we need this much flour, so you can get well coated. You need all of that. All of that will make a crispy outer exterior for you on this, okay? Alright, so make sure so you're well coated there with the flour. And then, like me say, when you get it, just do a light turn. You don't want to dust it off too much. Just kind of turn, get off the heavy excess, and just all drop that in. Alright? I'll show you again. You got your chicken here. Kind of drain a little bit of the excess. It's well coated with your flour mixture. Make sure so you get all the exposed parts. Flour get all the way in at that. Yeah. Well coated. Just like that. Alright. Take off the excess just like that. And I just turn it like that. Yeah. And submerge. Alright. So I'm gonna go ahead and get about one more piece in there. You don't really want to put too much in there so them kind of cling up together. You know? I want to make sure so it still have a, you know, have a little bit of space. So I probably will put about 3 pieces in there right now. And then kind of work my way in. You don't want them stick on together. You want them to be able to breathe a little bit. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and fry these. And then I'm going to show you how they look right after. Okay. Remember, it shouldn't be more than 15 minutes at the very most. And get the thermometer, make sure it's your temperature right. Once it hit 165 degrees, you know you're good to go. Okay. So don't just take the time alone for it, you still want to monitor temperature. Because once it hit 165, you want to kind of pull it, you know what I'm saying? You don't really want it overcook and dry out. So kind of watch yourself with that, alright? So check back with me. Alright family, so it's been about 15 minutes here. And, you know, as you can see, my chicken wasn't completely submerged, okay? So what we do 15 minutes on one side. And then we're gonna go ahead and flip this over and run it for probably about another 8 to 10 minutes, okay? Just enough to reach the 165 degrees. So let me go ahead and flip this over. Beautiful. Alright, so run this for another 8 to 10 minutes, then we're going to check them. And once it hit 165, we're going to go ahead and pull them out, alright? So check back with me. Alright family, so the boat dock, like me always say, everything tasting wonderful, came out really good. One thing I have to give you a heads up on, you see, because the chicken wasn't completely covered with oil, so you know, if you have one of those fryers or whatever it is, you can put a good amount of oil in it so the chicken is floating in the oil. You're not going to really get that little round dark spot, because when you don't have enough oil and you put the chicken in there to fry, you're going to get a little dark spot because all that heat on the bottom of the pot is going to catch that. So don't worry about it, it's not burned or anything like that. So just to kind of give you a heads up, if you have a fryer, it's probably better to go that route. If you don't, just go the route I'm going, just to expect that, okay? Alright, so, you know, with regards to the legs, typically when we do with the legs, I get 10 minutes on one side, and then 8 minutes on the other, and then flip it back over and give it another 2 minutes on that other side, okay? Total of 20 minutes for the legs. As far as the thighs are concerned, you already saw that 15 minutes on one side, and then you go sabam and flip it for another 10 on the other. and then flip it back over and get another 1 to 2 minutes to get that other side crispy. Okay, and get your thermometer, make sure so the temperature is what it is, 165. Like I said, 350 degrees for the oil, and you should be good to go. So right, like me always say, one love, more love, righteousness. Montego Baby signing out. Please remember to subscribe, hit that like button, that notification bell. Definitely stay tuned. Blessed love.